Hello. I'm hoping the audio is good. It's kind of hard to verify without a second person, but hoping it's good today. Also, hopefully fix the YouTube uploads thing, because now I'm actually recording at a separate quality to the stream. It's not just duplicating the stream, which is what it was doing before. As it turns out, there's just a tick box for that, and I managed to fuck that up. But we're good. Today we are just going to be focusing on like Firelands. It's the one raid I haven't really touched on this week. I did that kind of intentionally because I found out you can farm it multiple times now, which is the thing you can't do with most of the raids, and there's like 2 different mounts there that I'm still missing. You can do it on heroic and then again on normal, which is kind of a big deal, considering all the other raids once a week. So we're running that like 4 times, trying to get as much out of there as you can. Also, kind of trying to pick up the last pieces of the set I need, because I'm currently just missing the shoulders and I think most of the normal set, because I've just been running on heroic every week. Hopefully, got plenty to do. I also do want to do some other stuff. Probably just leveling my warrior up, because that's still at like 114. I want to get that to 120 so I can farm with that, and also ready for Shadowlands. And also, finished the Champions of Azeroth rep earlier, so I now only have like 3 reputations from the whole of BFA left to do. And I'm currently working through the Rust Bolt pretty quickly, actually. I was expecting it to take like weeks. There's like 10 days-ish left. Less than that, actually. We'll probably have that done by this stream next week, which is pretty good, if not earlier, and then I can start a Diaper Gnome Death Knight, which would be pretty fun. Hopefully. Haven't played the Death Knight in fucking ages. Like, since last year, I think I started Tauren Death Knight and haven't touched it since. I really want to try out, I think it's Unholy, where you can summon all the minions, having like an army of undead running around, seems really fun. I'm hoping that goes well. Yeah, it's good to actually be able to talk again, rather than just sitting here with music playing like I did the other day. And I think I might have actually, like I said, fixed everything, so I can, I can actually record and upload things, and it's so far using like 2% of my CPU, which is incredible. Like, I was so expecting it to just ramp up massively, because it's not just duplicating the stream like it was doing before, like it's actually full-on recording. It's insane. I'm just hoping the audio quality is good on it, because I've not used OBS's like recording thing really before. Like, the only thing I really used OBS for was, specifically this. I did just get an encoding warning, which might be an issue, but who knows, we'll see. Sure, it's fine. Not dropped any frames, though, which is a pretty important thing. It's not just pinging around like it used to when I tried to stream. Which is good. Yeah, other updates-wise, I actually completely relaid out my entire desk the other day. Because for those that don't know, I paint a lot of miniatures, so I have I had a box full of like Citadel and Vallejo model paints. We just sat in a box and it was really awkward, and I had 2 separate boxes because there's so many fucking paints. And I ordered a paint rack at the start of the lockdown. And I also ordered bottles and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a little more complicated. But ordered a paint rack, it finally arrived like the other day. Completely assembled it, glued it all together, then had to take all the paints back out again because I missed gluing like 2 little pieces in each of the planks of wood, basically. That then meant all of them were bowing because of the weight of all the paints on them. So that's fixed, now holds together really nicely, and I reordered all the paints, so I've got this really satisfying like array of colours next to me now. which is just nice. Also rearranged my desk, as I said, so looking pretty good. Feeling pretty good about it. It's also just a much cleaner, more... It feels more open to stream in, like I've got room to move my hands and make hand gestures that you can't see. Which is good, because I use my hands a lot when I'm talking for some reason. Yeah. What? Well, heroic by the looks of it, but we'll see what we're actually arranged at. Because that raid finder thing, the raid difficulty thing, is so weird. Because is there a 25-man version of this? I'm just gonna fly out and come back in again in case there is. Every time I set it to a specific difficulty and like player level, there is a chance every time I enter another raid or dungeon or instance, it just changes the difficulty by itself. Okay, there isn't a 10-man version. If there is, I'm gonna find out. Well, there isn't a 25-man version, right? But yeah, it will show the skull on the outside. It did it for Dragon Soul 1 week, so I had, like, no chance of getting half the mounts. Because it just set itself to normal 10-man by itself. Even though it was, like, the visual on the door showed it being heroic for a start. And then also the fact that, you know, it was a lower player number than I'd actually set it to. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this actually does scale down to 10-man as part of the time walking thing that lets you farm this a little easier. Piss off. I managed to avoid those nets usually, but this time I'm trying to group everything up. They fucking got me. Yeah, I'm hoping not to, like, super push my throat this time, so we'll probably take, like, breaks in between talking about stuff a lot more than I did on the Tuesday stream. I do apologise if that isn't, like, super entertaining or whatever, but it's something I'm gonna have to do just until my throat gets used to talking all the time. Because I'll be honest, most of the time, I do just kind of, like, sit here and get on with shit rather than sitting talking to myself. Although I do talk to myself quite a bit. Which is a useful skill if you're ever going to sit here and just talk to yourself for 2 hours while you're playing a video game on the internet. Kind of a transferable skill set, right? I also need to grab that extra group of guys from over there. If we can get these Fire Lords over here too. Yeah, if you've never run Firelands before, you have to group... Well, you don't have to group them up, but you have to grab all the trash, basically. Because all the trash, there's, like, specific intervals, but the more trash you kill, the more... Like, the closer it brings a boss to spawn. I can't remember his name. Shanox? You have to clear trash to summon him, and then you kill him. In order to be able to kill the Balrog that guards Ragnaros' like, gate. Or bridge, whatever it is. Usually I just pull everything up into, what's it called? The spider. Usually pull everything up into there because it all chases you all the way through and then you can just kill it in the boss arena. There's also a whole bunch of trash on the way up here, all these spiders, this, Molten Lord, apparently. Also, if you kill this shit, it helps you, like, kill the rest of the trash in here, but not really necessary. Also, this is my, my Argent Crusade one. Pretty cool. Actually, yeah, that is something we need to run on here as well today. Because we are... Ah, shit. We're gonna be really close. Because you get 21 a day, I think it is. Just slap the birds on him. Yeah, I think it's like 21. yeah, sorry, 21 of the Argent Seals or whatever those are. Every like day is the most you can get. You get 3 from the dungeon there. If you run it on heroic, you get another 18 from other stuff. Doing the daily quests and stuff there. And we are just a little bit off being able to get the Gnomeregan man from there. Very nice. Although we could just complete that today and buy the Gnomeregan ram, so we at least have like one more thing ticked off. Pretty cool. Not Gnomeregan, Ironforge ram. There we go. Damn. I think it's because those two things in my head are kind of the same place. Next to the dwarves kind of screwing over their gnomish brothers. I'm not a like a complete library of the lore, but I do know bits and pieces. Can I kill that beforehand? No, I cannot, but my pets will charge into the lava and die. Because they're dumbasses. To be fair, I guess that is probably also my fault for just telling them to charge into the lava all the time to fish me out, like corrupted livers or whatever, doing that fucking netherwing grind. Yeah, there he is. Shit, he's gonna go the other way and we're gonna be really far behind him now. No! Gotta chase him on my really slow Raven. I'm gonna get him. Also, he kind of, interestingly, matches the colour scheme of my pterodactyls, which is a nice touch. It was an unintentional thing. Cool. Let's go have our first try again on Mount over here. It'd be pretty incredible if the first kill like, that can drop a mount drops it on this stream. I feel like that would be a very good milestone. Because so far, I think I've only caught like getting 1 mount on stream, and then I got the other like 5 off stream because my voice was dying horribly. To be fair, I can kind of feel it already taxing on my throat at the minute. I'm just gonna kind of take things slow. We'll see how they go. I do have a lovely bottle of Oasis next to me, so I at least have that this time. Oh cool, got one of those. I have realised I can sell all of these now. An Ashvane Company chess piece. Oh, I can't do it because I'm in combat. Such a cool model, man. Come on. Come on. Well, we got something at least. But it definitely isn't mount. What is this? Fire Talon slash Eye. That is actually kind of cool. Be interesting for like a corrupted transmog or something like that. A heavy purple theme. Although I kind of want to go with like, I think I said before, the fiery theme on my warrior, which is probably going to be the only person using those swords. The only other person I can think all the one used them as like the Death Knight. Again, I'm not sure I want to go with the purple theme on that either, but it's still just kind of a cool thing to have. I might make like a, I don't know, a purple set for my warrior or something. I've got a whole bunch of them for this character. Although I definitely prefer this like Alliance Engineer type look a lot better than the others. Although the like red lights on the goggles are a bit of a contrast against the blue of the shoulders. I don't know. I kind of like it. Can I bring up the other ones, or do I have to like? Ah, there we go. Yeah, I have like a Fireland set that I made ages ago, although the bow doesn't really match. It's kind of like a red and purple type thing. Bit of Gnomeregan, bit of Fireland stuff. There's a few others as well. Just gonna try and not run into lava. Yes, the Balrog that definitely isn't a Balrog. Still pretty cool design, too. Even if it is just, you know, nicked from Tolkien. To be honest, I thought this would take longer. We've been going for like 17 minutes? Probably like, I don't know, 10 minutes of actually being here, like 5 minutes to get here-ish. Basically ran the entire dungeon already. We've only got 2 bosses left, and this next one is just to run up and sit on the spot, basically. And this is also the, one of the only 2 achievements for the Firelands I'm missing to get the fucking Glory of the Firelands mount, but I can't do it because you need, like, 5 other people. Yeah, you have to not get hit by that, flaming wave or whatever. You have to, like, kneel under it. Yeah, something else we should probably go over. I think I showed it a little bit in the stream where I wasn't talking. I changed out my Heart of Azeroth ability for the Purification Protocol, and I also picked up a new card for my pocket computer. Because I've been farming Mechagum. I was completely unaware of it until now. There's the Purification Protocol, which is a Heart of Azeroth ability, which is really good. It calls down a beam that hits everything for 63,000 fire damage over 6 seconds, but also a chance to just instantly kill things that Mother deems unworthy, which is like aberrations and I think a lot of the stuff in the like the horrific visions basically count in that category. It's really good for clearing that content and fighting against like corrupted stuff and other stuff as well, which is really nice. And then also the beam ability that comes with the computer is also insane. 162,000 damage over I think 2 seconds. It does have a 2-minute cooldown, but a 2-minute cooldown is really not much if you're using it for bosses, specifically in dungeons. Like I know Ragnaros is a bit outdated, but even so, it's a good chunk of his health just to take off in 2 seconds. Like, I was looking at my DPS meters while I was running through stuff before started streaming. It became like 25% of my total damage output. Because of how much damage it deals in such a short period of time. It's insane. And to my knowledge, all of those things are just accessible to everyone. Like the Purification Protocol, I'm pretty sure is a DPS Heart of Azeroth ability. You have to be a DPS spec, but the blast thing from the computer, that's like anyone can acquire that. You just have to reach a certain reputation with the Rustsport resistance, I think. I got Sulfurous again, that hammer that I can't use. Fuck's sake. Yep, hey Cenarius. Bye Cenarius. That's a piece of lore I've never paid attention to before. You can't see it because the chat cover, but there's supposed to be a new Lord of the Firelands then? Because we apparently just killed Ragnaros. That'd be something interesting to explore in future, maybe? Be cool. I wouldn't be surprised if the like elemental planes are something that is visited in future. Given that we're supposed to be now exploring the cosmology chart and whatever and seeing all this new stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if we go there too. Probably not in Shadowlands. Probably something after it. Pretty sure there's a whole bunch of different like planes of existence that exist within the WoW lore that we haven't seen as well yet. This one's a vendor, isn't she? Which oh, I can't get on this difficulty, can I? Yeah, so nope. I've not collected that, but I have collected it. I love all these transmog add-ons I've got that tell me if things are useful or not. There is like a conflicting level of information. I know the that one means I collected it from another appearance, but I also like to tick off all the appearances. So, what does that look like? Ooh, shit. That is a pretty cool staff. I've got a lot of very fiery staffs. I've got like both the Deathwing ones, these ones too, and this one. That one is pretty cool, actually. I like that one. I don't really play a mage though to use them. That one, that's cool. Yeah, that'd be something worth looking into. I don't know if my druid uses a staff, to be honest. I haven't played it in like a week. I basically just consigned my druid to be leveled at a later date, which it's debatable when that will be, because I really I enjoyed playing healer on it, but I don't want to keep healing because it's, you know, far more stressful than just a DPSing where you just run around and instantly murder everything. I'll be back in just 1 second. I apologize. Cool. Alright, let's try and just speed through this even faster than we did last time. Wonder if I can pull just all the trash and lead it all the way up to his thing. Well, apparently these just don't even aggro. Oh, there we go. Come on, boys. Let's go. Oh. Damn it. They stunlock me with that. This is going to be a pain in the ass. That's it. Just keep fucking missing. Right, let's lead them back around again. Try not to get launched into the lava. Getting these packs of dogs would be good too. Cool. Oh, they are literally called hellhounds. Interesting. Are hellhounds in Helheim? Is that a thing? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure everything in Helheim's like all water themed. Yeah, everyone's like covered in barnacles and seaweed and shit. Okay, man. I'm rooted. Well, that seemed to work. I don't think we need to kill much more to get Shanox to spawn, actually. Also, I've killed so much stuff in the same spot, it's struggling to let me loot everything. That's pretty funny. Oh wow, I literally need to kill like one thing and it spawned him. Okay. Because he's in a really awkward place, I am just gonna run up here, kill the mountain, whatever he's called, and then run back down. If he's made his rotation, he'll be there. If not, go kill the Phoenix and then run back round again. Should be able to do that in time. And the beam has recharged just as we reached him. Perfect. Drop that on top of him. It really does speed up the oh damn, nice. Yeah. Ooh. I do prefer the normal set to the heroic one for Firelands. I think the normal set just is a better colour scheme than the heroic one. It's like it's a very harsh red, whereas like the normal one looks more fiery, like it's got like an orangey red to the whole thing. I just think it's a better colour scheme, to be honest. Where is he? Actually, he's gone like... Oh, there he is. Yeah, I might as well just go get him because he's coming this way. Speed things up a little bit. I feel like that is a good strategy. I was missing like one group of guys. So when I run that on the Demon Hunter, I'll be able to pull the extra set of stuff. We should be good. I need a specific piece of this. I guess the wrists. I need a piece of the normal wrists, and then I can turn that into the heroic piece, and then complete another set. Would be nice. I kind of like seeing all the different, all the differences basically between normal and heroic. It's nice. Just like the difference in enemy positions and placements. Oh yeah, that weird thing's happened again where one of my pterodactyls is like twice the size of the other. I assume there's some reason this happens. but it just seems to happen randomly when I enter or exit instances. As far as I know, none of their abilities, like, increase their size? No? I don't think so. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, I found that these pterodactyls, I'm pretty sure I've probably said it before actually, these pterodactyls being like the best pets for speedrunning old content. I don't think we got it, did we? That would be a no. Best pets for speedrunning old content because they give you that updraft ability, which is really nice. It's kind of the equivalent of having like a goblin glider with you at all times, but without needing to enchant a cloak or craft the things or buy them from the auction house. Basically just a permanent free goblin glider. And because you can essentially summon pets whenever, as long as you don't already have a pet out, you can always just use them to like save yourself from a long fall as well, which is really nice. I usually use them when I'm running things like Magister's Terrace and stuff. You have to jump off a thing, and like it speeds up like really basic stuff. I could even use it from the jump off up here, to be honest. So it's a good way to speed things up a little bit. Yeah, I'm not actually sure who drops the wrists in this dungeon, or if we've already used up all the wrist drops. Trying to steer while completely blind because of all the stuff covering the screen. Swords, maces, shields. There's probably a way to. Ah, there we go. There is a way to speed that up. I need. I don't know which one it is. I'm assuming the male ones are those. They drop from Lord Ryloth. Ah, yeah, he's fucking. I can get them gloves today, that's for sure. Oh, interesting. I did not factor that in. The fact that if you just one-shot her, she always comes back down. I've always just put the birds on her. Like the crows, because they, no, you can't use it while you're on a mount. Good to know. Always just put the crows on because it deals damage over time, so even if it doesn't one-shot, she's still taking damage while on the canopy, and therefore always comes back down again. Which is really handy, because when I'm doing it on my Demon Hunter, she basically always just sits on the top, and then you have to, like, grapple your way up and go and fight her up there, which isn't really a difficulty, but it is just kind of irritating. Like, should just be able to one-shot her at this point, really. So, we got something, at the very least. Decimation Treads. Nice. And so yeah, love this mount. I love all the Mechagon mounts, to be honest. I want more of them. They just don't want to drop for me, that's the issue. I haven't done the Mechagon intro for my Demon Hunter. I actually don't even know where it is for Horde or how you start it. I haven't looked it up. I'm sure for the Alliance it's just like an NPC next to the Flight Master or something that just... honestly, I don't remember how I got there. I remember it being like a gnomish quest line. I think it like takes you to Lich King or something, then you have to come back again. Well, that might be the Heritage Armor. They're kind of just one and the same in my head. Because they're both kind of just important quest lines to... Okay. Well, I got the other gloves. I'm now only missing this, which drops from the Phoenix for the normal set. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, just on stuff walking in the background. Yeah, I'm missing the, still missing the wrists though. So this Cataclysm music is pretty intense. I'm not sure like how loud it is. It's pretty loud for me, so I'm not really sure how loud it is on the stream. But seemingly well, this headset, I've had it for ages now, is just incredibly loud. Like, I have my PC set to like 4% volume at all times. Like, if it goes any higher than that, it's just deafeningly loud. I feel like these headphones are pretty good. They've also lasted me ages. I think I've had these since like I was in college, so like 5, 6 years maybe these headphones have lasted, and they're still like that intense on the sound level. I think it's pretty good. Corsair actually makes some pretty sturdy products. Because I had a lot of headphones before this one that would just like break overnight. Like the cables would just twist when you weren't using them, and then they'd just be completely unusable the next day. Because it would just snap the cable by it twisting itself. I have no idea how the hell headphones do that. Really irritating. But they do. And then I think I had a pair of these headphones before that did the same thing. And then I bought this pair and they've lasted, like I say, 6 years. Yep. You back again, Raggy? Nope, nope. Cool. Let's move on from that, I guess. Can I just, like, hand in somebody else's wrists and buy the ones I need? Maybe? That would be nice. I don't think it's gonna let me. I'll have a look, I guess. But I'm pretty sure I need the specific male, like, wrist guards or whatever. Probably get the plate wrist guards. Yeah, I found this kind of an irritating way of them doing, like, armor drops. The fact that you have to get the armor drop from the normal difficulty and then run the raid again on heroic to get a crafting material that then you combine the two together to make the heroic version of it. Why not just make a boss drop the item like every other item? It just means without the like the time walking addition that, you know, has made it so that you can run Firelands twice in a week. That you literally have to, like, without that, you'd have to spend 2 weeks to just get some wrists that are literally just an appearance item at this point. They mean nothing. Like, it's not like it's good gear or it's going to affect the game in any way. Like, damn. Yes, give me those. Okay. Guess not. Okay, let's just vendor all of this shit then. On the upside, back up to 40,000 gold on my main. It's pretty good. Yeah, fuck them. Just sell them. I only need one of these, so... Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go hop over to the Demon Hunter. I have no idea where she is. She's probably in Zandalar, actually. So... that's gonna take a bit to get here, I imagine. Because I'm pretty sure I can't just teleport to Darnassus on the Horde side. So just gonna path back on this character. I was also looking at different ways to farm gold and make gold. Just with the professions I've got, like most of the really efficient, really like big money making gold farms right now appear to be like leatherworking. But those are also permanently camped by like bots and multi-boxes and stuff. So it makes actually farming the things kind of difficult. But if you can do it, it's like 170,000 gold an hour or whatever. I think it's like a day. But still, that's pretty good. I was going to say an hour, because most of the gold farm things are like, this is so much gold you can make in an hour, which is really nice. And, you know, super helpful to work out how long you can make gold for and how much you're going to make and stuff. But yeah, there's just one thing, I think it's leatherworking in Legion, like a specific island or something. That seems really good. But I was also looking at engineering stuff specifically, because that's what I have on my main. Turns out, engineering's pretty shit at making money, which is unfortunate. But the big way you can make money is selling mounts, apparently. Something I want to look into because I farmed up all the mats to make my mount, because I've got most of the engineering mounts now. And on my server, one of the mounts sells for like almost 40,000 gold each. And it's really not that hard to farm the materials for. It took me like maybe a couple hours to get all the materials I needed. And you can get most of them from just like doing dumb shit, basically. Oh yeah, this just copies the settings from the other one. Useful. Yeah, let's go see where these teleports lead from this place. I believe that would be the most help. Rare somewhere? Yeah, fair enough. Probably already dead considering it spawns inside the Horde capital. Also, one second, I just need to have a look for weapons for this character. If there's any up. It's not looking likely. There's some honor bound rep over there though, which would be nice. I have been trying to, I think I mentioned that in a previous stream as well. I've been trying to farm up honor bound rep on my Horde side because I kind of want to get a Magheart Orc before Shadowlands. Then I was also looking this morning, and just regular orcs are also good hunters. So I might just make one of those as like a survival hunter or something. Does regular orcs get a DPS increase to their pets, I think it is? And then Magheart get a health increase instead. Also, what am I thinking? I can just teleport to Orgrimmar. I was like, this is going to be a pain to get to Firelands. It's literally just north of Orgrimmar, isn't it? There it is on the map. Orgrimmar is in this little, like, Dangus thing below Ajara, and then there's Firelands right north of that. Literally just, like, a 5-minute flight. Unfortunately, my, I have a macro set up on my mouse, basically, that just presses Z, like, it's not anything fancy. But it's my mount summoning button, and for some reason, the macro software is broken. So I'm having to manually press Z to summon my mounts. Which isn't exactly difficult, it's just kind of irritating. Yeah, I think I mentioned this as well previously. The thirsting blades thing. Like this is stupid. I don't know if anybody else has pointed this out before. I'm sure they have, because plenty of people analyze all the Azure abilities. But it deals an extra 13,000 damage and costs literally nothing. Oh, this eel is gonna fucking murder me if it doesn't fly up this fucking mountain. Yeah, that's just a nice 40,000 damage there that costs literally nothing and refunds me 20 fury, potentially. So it costs nothing and gives you 20 fury. But just generates you more damage. Like, what? And also these generate like every 2 seconds or something like that. Oh damn, yeah. I've unlocked nearly everything. I've got no essences on this character whatsoever. I've just been passively generating fuck it. Been passively generating all the Azerite power for this, trying to like farm up for the honor bound thing. I'm pretty far into it, to be fair. There's only another like 16,000 to go, which isn't too bad. I've basically completed friendly for the second time. I also do need to do just all the farming again on this character. I haven't done any of them out. Yeah, any of the raids on this character. This week, anyway. Oh, just been stun knocked. And again. Damn it. Fuck off. Let me grab up all these useless fucking... Fuck it. Let me off my mount. There we go. Do this the hard way then, shall we? These assholes just want to fucking stun lock me on the spot. They're not looting properly again. Oh no, it did, okay. I was expecting to get slightly more than like 2 items from... Are you kidding me? Are you actually fucking kidding me? Really? Really? They drop on the Demon Hunter that can't use them and can't send them to my main. Fucking typical, innit? Jesus Christ. Why does this not happen on my Hunter? My Hunter is the same level with just slightly higher item level on the gear. Just flies around, gets stunned like maybe twice. Go on the Demon Hunter, that's all about speed and maneuverability, gets stun locked for like 30 seconds as well. God damn it. If only my Demon Hunter can be really lucky and get all of the mounts as well, that would be nice. And to be honest, this Demon Hunter is the one that I've got 90% of my mount drops from like raids and stuff on. Just some reason they seem to drop faster for my Demon Hunter than I do on my Hunter. So yeah, I got a new weapon apparently. Obsidian Cleaver. Yeah, nice. That's pretty cool. Also got a whole bunch of new items. I found that boots just look kind of weird on the Blood Elves. Like, they're just kind of stretched and, I don't know, they just look odd. Probably gonna get stun locked again in like 2 seconds. Really? I pulled all of your dog? There we go. You do want to stop? There you go, come on. Over this way. We're taking the fucking dogs for a walk, jeez. Literally, actually. Got a couple hellhounds there. Really? Really had to do that, huh? Really? Okay. Having some struggles playing this Demon Hunter, apparently. Just... the auto-targeting, targeting the wrong thing all the time. Apparently I'm in combat? Oh, yep. It's this. These are so weird. I don't get it. How these work at all. Like, you'll aggro them. And then they just spend 5 minutes summoning a little fucking fire elemental. Oh no, they're just irritating. Because it just permanently locks you in combat and then they're not actually doing anything or chasing you, and then like 5 minutes later when you've walked to the next boss because you couldn't figure it out, suddenly you just have a fire elemental come walking through the walls. Because there's apparently some like major issues with I think it's Cataclysm and Mr. Pandaria dungeons, where like for some reason NPCs that are trying to follow you, rather than like walking a path towards you, will just clip through walls. Because it happened during Skull Monastery the last time I did that. I think a couple of us like wiped, so we, you know, got put back at the start because we weren't waiting for the healer because he was trying to keep the tank alive. So we ran all the way back again. And then there were just zombies running through the walls for the next, like, hour of the dungeon, or whatever it lasted. Like, they just kept coming through the wall, constantly. There's some of these fire elementals in here, they'll just walk through, like, mountains and stuff to get to you. Did we get it? Nope. But look at this Demon Hunter, honestly. Gets the armor drops I want on the wrong character. I'll get the bloody mount though, can she? What the fucking... We'll get there. We'll get there. It would just be really nice if you could send stuff across your characters. Like, I know there's the whole, like, faction war thing going on. At the end of the day, they're still both, you know, my characters. It's not exactly going to impact gameplay that much if I just give my main, like, an extra 20 gold or a wrist piece that it needs for a gear set. No. I think it was another game that had like a shared bank between your characters. I can't remember which one it is. There's probably a lot of games that do it, to be honest, thinking about it. Basically, just have a bank that you could dump stuff in, and then any of your characters could then pull stuff back out of that bank. I think that would just be a really good way of doing it, to be honest. Having a shared, like, player bank. The storage of, like, gold and items across multiple characters. Like, that would save a lot of time and, like, faffing around. Because it's not like people don't transfer gold between their characters across faction, because it's still possible to do. They made it so you can't, like, bid on your own auctions, but all then you have to do is send your gold to a friend who then, like, buys your pet off the auction house or whatever. And just transfers the gold across factions for you. It's really simple to do. It's just kind of a faff. Which, I don't see why Blizzard is continuing to allow that faff when, you know, it doesn't affect anything. Like me having an extra 20 grand on my hunter that's my main, that actually is in a guild and does things, would be useful, sure, but you can do that with any ult, so why does it matter that my demon hunter is on the other faction? I don't know. Like, I can see how it matters thematically and lore-wise, it's just kind of irritating from a gameplay perspective. Especially in a game where you kind of share everything else. Like, my mounts are shared across account, my appearance unlocks are shared across. It just seems odd that, you know, this isn't. Oh wow, Jesus, I actually one-shot it with that charge of, things. Damn, I've always had to, like, do the long-winded way of doing that on the Demon Hunter. Oh god, I got them again! What? I got them twice! On the wrong character. God damn it. What am I in combat with? Is there a fucking spider up my arse or something? What am I in combat with? Oh, it's gonna be another fucking fire elemental running through 6 fucking walls to get to me, isn't it?
I can't carry anymore.
Because Blizzard can't actually code some goddamn pathing. Battlefoot plate. Oh yeah, I can't check that because apparently I'm in combat as well. They dropped twice on this character. They didn't drop a single time on my hunter. Also, they dropped on heroic, which they're only supposed to drop on normal. Yeah, what am I in combat with? Because I need to summon my mammoth so that I can vend them my shit. Is it you? Am I in combat with you? What do you mean? He wasn't... Okay, sure. Whatever. This guy who was throwing spears in the complete opposite direction wasn't even facing me or aware of me. That's the guy I was in combat with. Okay. Okay. I'm wondering if it would be worth just saving a pair of those, like, male, braces. And then transferring them across at some point, maybe? Oh, god damn it, yeah, you can't sell, like, half the Azerite gear, can you? There's also something that irritates me, is the whole you can't sell Azerite gear? Like, surely Azerite gear is more valuable than anything else, because it contains, you know, Azerite. This incredibly rare resource that we've been fighting a war over, essentially. Oh, I don't mean to cancel that. But yeah, it just, I don't know, it's an odd little thing. Like many things in this game, seems like it's kind of unnecessary. I really don't actually understand why they limited that. Like, why can't you sell Azerite gear? I guess it might have something to do with how easily it is to farm the stuff, considering it drops almost constantly from world quests. That might be a reason. I don't think it really solves all that much, considering people will just, you know, scrap it and sell all of the components from it instead, which is literally what they do. I don't think it actually stops anything. Them introducing the scrapping system, I feel like it would just make more sense to allow you to sell the Azerite gear. Or turn the Azerite gear into Azerite power or whatever. So then it has a use outside of just being crafting components. Because if you could turn the Azerite gear into Azerite power, you could then use it to power up your Heart of Azeroth and all of your ults. You could farm up a bunch of stuff from World Quest, send it across to your ults, power up their Hearts of Azeroth, and get all the unlocks for it, right? Because the Heart of Azeroth after like level 80, yeah, is there's not really a whole lot of point leveling it up other than just for item levels. Which I'm not sure how much it really scales past 80. I haven't really checked. Also not sure it really matters how much it scales past that. Oh yeah, I forgot the way I usually do that is with the I-beam and you just sweep across and instantly kill all of them. So I'll just use it on him instead. Cool. I'm just gonna try and like rush to Ragnaros and get him. I need to take like a 2-minute break again. You apologize for that. It's just with talking a lot and drinking a lot to like, try and soothe my throat continuously, unlike when I was streaming the other day and didn't. And then suffered the consequences of not doing, so apologize if it means I need breaks more often, but I'd rather do that and be able to talk than, be here constantly but then not be able to talk for like 2 days. That kind of sucks. Just hurry this up, Ragnaros. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I feel like I should work towards some more of the interesting mount things, like the riddle ones, the ones you get from like doing weird different stuff. Some of them seem kind of fun. I've got the like Riddler's Mindworm or whatever, the one we have to get from like pages. You have to come here for one of them, pretty sure. Oh, did we get anything? No. Back in a sec. Hey, I just tried to turn the music up a little bit, so hopefully it's not too loud now. But I did just check the audio levels while I was just walking a little bit back out of here before I unmuted and everything. Couldn't really hear the music, so hopefully it's not been too much just listening to me. There's been some like actual good like soundtrack stuff. I've been put the Cataclysm soundtrack on today because I thought it was kind of fitting running with Firelands. It's kind of a shame if you guys haven't been able to hear that, so hopefully you can now. And like I say, hopefully it's not too loud either. Yeah, I was gonna save a pair of those. They're just the normal version. Save a pair of those. I didn't get any of the crystals though. I'm gonna save a pair of those anyway. My plan is, if I can't get them on this character, to make a class trial of like an orc hunter or something, and then just send it over to them. Yeah, just delete that. Tried selling pets and stuff on the auction house, but they just never sell. At all. Yeah, none of that has sell prices. Irritatingly. Yeah, let's run this on normal then. Something I did mean to talk about, haven't brought up yet. There's all the Xbox stuff that came out, like, yesterday? I haven't really watched all of it, I kind of picked and choose which trailers and stuff I wanted to see. But they came out with some pretty good stuff, like the new Halo looks pretty interesting, the more like open world approach to it looks cool. I will say that like some of the sound design it's not to my taste, like some of the old school guns, like the assault rifle, the pistols, the plasma pistol, even like the plasma repeater type thing that the elites had. It didn't sound... I don't know. It didn't sound as satisfying as like the old school sound effects do. Like I've been recently playing through all the Halo games with a friend from uni, with the Master Chief Collection coming out on PC. And some of those gun sound effects in the old Halo games are super satisfying. Like, you pick up that assault rifle in, I think it's like Halo 1 or 2, you feel like you could tear through, like, some heavy armor with that thing. Like, it sounds beefy as hell. And then you get the one in the new trailer, and it just... I don't know, it just doesn't sound like it'd do anything, really. I don't know if that's more realistic or not. I don't know what, like, the design choice with it was. I'm not on the design theme. But it's, I don't know, it just doesn't sound quite right to me, like, after playing the older games. I guess 343 is trying to kind of leave their mark on the Halo games more now and kind of doing it their own way a little more. I heard the story to 5 wasn't very good. I haven't really played many of the 343 Halo games, apart from like the Master Chief Collection is technically they're like a remastering of them, I guess. But the only one I've actually played the 343's made is 4. I've heard a lot of dissatisfaction of the campaign in 5. So it feels like they're trying to make like a good mark on the series now. Like with Infinite, like they've kind of, like I say, they've done their own thing, it's more open world, they've got their own sound design to everything, the visuals are more unique. Like the materials on all the models and stuff look very different. Looking at the, a lot of people throwing around like a comparison thing, the people who are complaining about the graphics. And I feel like you can kind of see where they're coming from because they've moved away from like the... In the older games, all the models and stuff have like damage and detail and wear and tear on them, which kind of makes sense, right? It's a game about a fictional space war, like you'd expect things to be kind of battered and dented and used, right? So it is kind of an interesting decision to go for more like this clean design that they've gone with in Infinite, but I think it might have something to do with the... I cool, I got some leggings. It might have something to do with the lore stuff behind the the Halo ring that this new one is set on. Sorry, my brain's kind of just kind of crapping out a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this, like, the Halo ring that this one is set on has some sort of significance to the lore that might explain why all the stuff there isn't, like, worn down and scuffed up and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually do go in and explain that. But I think there is something to do with that, and that's why things aren't as bad. I'm hoping they explain that, otherwise it's going to be kind of odd going from, like, all of these worn down guns to suddenly, oh yeah, we've all got these, like, clean factory new weapons and stuff. I feel like 4 was a good opportunity to do that, because they had the, like, the new Imperial Navy and all the rest of the stuff, like all the new Spartans. I can't remember what the guns looked like in 4, to be honest, because it's been years since I played it, and I have no intention of playing it again. Well, I might play it again if it comes out in the Master Chief Collection, mostly for the Spartan Ops campaign. From what I remember, that was really fun. So we'll see if that comes out and I can compare the materials more. Apart from that, I think it looked pretty good, actually.
It's too far away.
But apart from that, we also had the
I don't have a target.
oh yeah, they do the usual thing. It had the new Warhammer game by, I think it's Fat Shark, the guys who make Vermintide, which will be fucking awesome, to be honest, because we are sorely in need of a new Left 4 Dead game, and that's basically what it is, and it's set in 40k, which sounds awesome to me. And that trailer sold me on it, like, almost instantly. I'm kind of hoping it goes down, like... I have a feeling if it is, like, another Left 4 Dead style thing, it probably won't be super horror-based, but it'd be cool to see a Warhammer horror game, to be honest. Because there really is space for it in the Warhammer universe. Like, I have the Warhammer horror book. I can't remember which one it is without... Maledictions, there we go. Sorry, I had to, like, really spin around because my bookshelf is on the opposite wall to me, basically. I've got my chair tucked all the way in, so it's kind of difficult to, like, rotate around. Yeah, that has, like, a whole bunch of different short stories set within the Warhammer universe. All horror stories, and some of them are really cool, and I'd like to see that explored in a video game format. Because myself, personally, like, I can sit and read a horror story, or I can sit and watch a horror film, and it doesn't really bother me or affect me. Like, jump scares get me, mostly. Apart from that, whatever, right? If I actually want to get, like, scared of something, then I'll go play a horror game, because it puts you in the driving seat, and that's far more intense an experience than, like, just, you know, watching someone else run away from a monster. Whereas when it's you actually having to do it, I feel like that's a much better experience for, like, horror stuff. So it'll be really cool to see a Warhammer horror game. I hope they do one at some point, and, like, the Fat Shark guys know what they're doing, so it'd be good to see them use it. Because a lot of people have had the Warhammer license in the past, but not all of them have been, like,
It's too far away.
super amazing, and the Fat Shark guys are, like, really fucking good. So it'd be good to see them.
I need to target something first. I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
I think the other one that I saw, trailer-wise, was,
I need to get closer.
Fable getting a reboot, apparently, from what I was reading. Which would be cool. Fable 2 and 3 were like two really big games for me. Like, I played a lot of Fable 3, and I played a lot of Fable 2 as well. Those two games, a lot of memories, they're really good. Like, even now, like, they're kind of dated, but they're still good games. I really liked 3 and the whole, like, combining different schools of magic together and stuff. I know Oblivion did that, like, far more complicated, but in Fable it was very visually satisfying. So we could see what a new studio can do with that. Like, brand that universe and those creatures and stuff. I assume with them doing a reboot, they might change a whole bunch of stuff. Ooh, what did we get? We did not get it. Damn it. But yeah, it'd be cool to see something new in the Fable universe. We've been waiting like years for a new Fable game, I'm pretty sure. 3 came out. 3 must have came out when I was in like secondary school. So it has been a good while. Like, holy shit. New Fable game would be awesome. I really hope they do good. I'm not sure what the like release date timeline thing is for that. I haven't really looked into it apart from what I was like reading under the trailer. Oh wow. Nice. So I'm also not sure how like verifiable the information I read under the trailer was, considering it was just the comment section. Which isn't known to be a well-known trusted source of information, let's be honest. Come on, let's go. Yeah. I can't say it exactly convinced me to buy an Xbox One, or whatever the new one is. I don't even know anymore. I've not paid that much attention to the new consoles, to be honest. I think the new PlayStation has kind of an interesting visual design to it. And I feel like it might be easier to fit into a actually, I don't know what I don't know what the size or scale is on the Xbox. And its weird like tower design to like compare them for like fitting into an environment. I definitely feel like the PlayStation 1 looks better. Xbox One is like kind of sleek and a little like classy. You can kind of just like fit it in somewhere and it's just there. It kind of blends in. It almost looks like a like an ornament, like a paperweight or a flower pot or something, right? Whereas like the PlayStation is very clearly this is meant for something. Like I feel like they went for a very bold design, and the Xbox is kind of like a very simplistic, like minimalist type thing. I feel like different people are gonna like different designs far more than others. I think that's always gonna be the case. You're gonna have your like die-hard Xbox fans and die-hard PlayStation fans and stuff. They're always gonna pick their console. Me personally, I kind of stopped caring about that when I was like 12. Be honest. I grew up with a PS1 and then a PS2 and then I went to 360 rather than the PlayStation 3. And then I went back to PS4 rather than an Xbox One when I had a whole bunch of like money to spend on stuff. Never really had one specific console that I thought was necessarily better than the other. They both have their like strengths and weaknesses in terms of the games they have, right? That's a no, Chief. Damn it. 4 runs of the Violans, not a single mount drop. God damn. Um, hmm. Yeah, I'm sure. It's fucking Hearth. Need to vendor stuff anyway. Yeah, I think both consoles have their like strengths and weaknesses. Like I was saying, different games and stuff that are specific to their platform. I mean, if Halo Infinite is coming to PC, I'll play it, like for sure. But I definitely wouldn't buy an Xbox just to play it. Whereas like PlayStation seems to have a lot stronger like specific IPs to their like thing. I think it's because Sony are very like close to the chest with their stuff, whereas like Xbox will share stuff now because Microsoft owns like Windows and the PC brand basically as well as the Xbox. It's not like they need to be picky with stuff. They're still gonna make sales and still gonna make money. Whereas like Sony are very specifically like their platform is their platform and they don't want to share. It's fair enough at the end of the day, isn't it? It's a money making system, the whole thing. I felt like I was going to buy one. It'd probably be a PlayStation still. Just because a second Horizon Zero Dawn. Is definitely something I'd look forward to, considering how much I love the first one. Like, I have the art book on the shelf next to me, and I have a framed picture on the other wall, the other side of me of Horizon Zero Dawn. And it was one of the main reasons I bought a PS4 for that game. Like, it is beautiful and it is an amazing open world game. I think one of my favourite open world games ever. Well, it's in my like top 5 games ever, so. Oh, don't mean to stand on top of the mission table. As much as I do love the latest Legend of Zelda and how much you can do within that open world space, like the amount of different ways that you can solve problems and stuff. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot to vendor everything. Let's do that now. Oh, did I just sell the thing? Oh no, it's in here somewhere. What is it? Those, I believe. Yes. I actually completely forgot what I was saying by being distracted by this vendor. Oh, I'm sure it'll come back to me at some point. Fucking vendor. Not running an auction house in this character. I got another one of those already. Oh yeah, I was talking about Legends of Zelda and open world games in general. Yeah, as much as I love the latest Legends of Zelda and its open world like nature and how much you can kind of solve problems in your own way, I do genuinely prefer the story, the world, and everything in Horizon Zero Dawn, like hands down. It's really cool to see that like come to PC as well and allow more people to experience it because it is an amazing game. Genuinely, I think probably will be a system seller for a whole bunch of people, to be honest. Genuinely worth experiencing if you can. Yeah, PlayStation's got some other stuff going on as well, I think. I can't remember off the top of my head, it's been like a fair few days since their like conference. unveiling all their stuff, for sure. Sure. This is going to give me a lot of crap, I imagine. Damn, yeah, it did. Is that hide? No, yeah, it is. It just hadn't automated into this box, I guess. Oh, yeah. God, I still had that open. Nice. It's kind of unfortunate that they didn't add all the old, like, leather sets and stuff to Demon Hunters. Like, you are kind of just stuck with, that's tailoring. That's still tailoring. You leather working? Oh, I've got a quest from my skin. Oh, I feel like I should go and do these. Apologize if this isn't, like... I know this isn't the gameplay I said I was gonna deliver, but I feel like I should do this for the betterment of this character. And the fact that it can make a shitload of money if I do. Even if I can't transfer this money, I can always save it up to buy bigger things on the Horde side, like the frog mounts. Because I do really like the look of the frog mounts, they're just super expensive, they're like $1,300,000 each. Which is a lot of money to throw down on one mount. For me, anyway. I know there are people out there with, like, you know, hundreds of millions of gold that they can just throw away on whatever the fuck they want, but, you know, I have, like, 40,000 on my main and that's it. Like, the most I've ever owned is, like, 100,000 at a time. I can get that one too. Yeah, I can. Cool. So, okay. Is that how that normally works? They just run away and heal? That seems, well, broken, to be honest. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't really show these off after I earned them in the stream. In fact, let's just do that now. I'm sure most people know what these are anyway, but I got all of these beautiful boys in that stream where I lost my voice. I do really love these guys. I think I said it in the other stream, like, they remind me of, like, a shark and a dragon, like, mixed together. They look really cool. These things die super fast, huh? Interesting I can't skin them. I didn't sell my skinning knife or anything, did I? Yeah, probably. How do I manage this shit? Do I manage to sell the skinning knife? God damn it. I mean, if I could send stuff across faction, I could send my guy a nice skinning, like, pickaxe or whatever the fuck it's called. Which I did think was a really cool item. I need to send one across to my my dwarf, actually, because he's a blacksmith, I think. I think I might actually start to set up just alts for all the different professions, so I can kind of do everything. In a weird way. Sounds like a lot of effort, but I feel like in the long run it will help a lot more, because it means like things, like the Pandaren mounts, where it's required to have like alchemy and blacksmithing and engineering. If I just have, you know, 3 different alts that have engineering, blacksmithing, and then alchemy and something else, then I can just do all of them. It's not really so much of a problem or a worry, and it's also a generator of gold. It's always nice to have. Nice. Yeah, somehow I managed to sell my skinning knife. How? Doesn't it go in the... It doesn't go in the tools section, that's why. God damn it. Okay, now it's sort of protected and out of the way. Yeah, what's this? Reinforced hide. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I forgot about those things. Alright, let's go get the other stuff then, I guess. Why is the Underroot still like my main objective for some reason? None of the other ones seem to show up. Pretty sure I've got one to go to a Tal Dazar, and I've got one to go into this one up here. And the one that's still here is the Underroot. Yeah, a Tal Dazar, Temple of At, and another load. And the Battle for the Dazar'alor. Yep, that raid. I think it's the only one I've actually done. Funnily enough. I do want to get into more raids and stuff, like my gnome is pretty geared up, but my guild's pretty inactive currently, so it's kind of hard to get into actual raid groups. Because, you know, not having done any raids before, you're not exactly a likely candidate to get into some of them. Because you don't know mechanics and stuff. Kind of an unfortunate time to try and get into raids at the end of an expansion.
How fortunate.
I will say with the skinning knife thing, it probably is my fault for selling it, but I have noticed something on doing the Argent Crusade quest line over there. Oh. Fuck off.
I don't have a target.
Occasionally the lancers will just disappear. Because you need lancers to mount up onto the, whatever they're called.
I need to get closer.
Brain is not working, sorry. The...
I'm out of range.
You need the lancers to mount up on the things to fight the other champions inside the Argent Crusade. And for some reason it keeps like deleting my lance between doing things. I think it's like entering the dungeon on heroic or whatever, like resets the lances for some reason. And it seems to just remove
I need to get closer.
whatever lance I currently have in my inventory, whether it's the Alliance one or like the Squire one or whatever.
Target something first.
And then just replaces it and makes me have to take one from the racks for some reason. It doesn't always do it. But it sometimes does and it's pretty irritating. Oh, there's another one I missed. Damn it, come here. It was kind of weird murdering these very tiny dinosaurs, but... be needing the skinning, apparently. What the hell were those things that just exploded out of it as well? Skinning levels like really fast. I don't think I've done skinning before, apart from maybe in Classic.
I'm out of range.
I've never really noticed, like, how quickly things skin. like how quickly you level it up, because I'm literally just skinning any old crap currently, like these tiny little dinosaurs, and it's giving me a level of skinning every time.
It's too far.
Like grey crap, basically.
I can't attack that. I can't attack that target.
Ah, there we go. I got a pretty good chunk of stuff from that. Was that the last one I had to do as well? Yeah. Cool.
How fortunate.
Let's go hand these in. Get last of my skinning things. Still got like 20 minutes left on my usual runtime. I guess I'll hop back over onto the Gnome and do the Argent Crusade thing I said I was gonna do. Get the Ironforge Ram, I believe. We can get that done fast. Skinning up to 81 on this though. That's pretty good. What is actually the cap for skinning? It's 100 and... that's the wrong thing. Also the wrong thing because it's just here. 175? Yeah. Cool, so I'm like halfway through that already. And you get quests to level it up. That's pretty nice. I'm pretty sure with mining, you just mine specific nodes and they would give you quests. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. Cached 3 known recipes. Here it is. Nice. Can't do any leather working. I can do a little bit, yeah. Oh wow, yeah, I see where all the gold comes from. Like 20 gold per one of these that you can make. You can make 11 of these. Each sells for 20 gold. They sell for 40. They sell for 30? Interesting. I can make 6 of those and that sells for 56 gold per one. Ah. I feel like leatherworking is pretty broken currently, that's for sure. Fly up. Is the safety thing in here somewhere? Yes. Just wanted that fast log out while they up onto the Gnome. I'm hoping bouncing between stuff and doing different like bits of the stuff I normally do per thing is making these at least slightly interesting to watch, because like I said before, it's kind of mostly just to document. I record my own gameplay anyway and just ideas I have. So hopefully by you know, doing a variation of content each time, it's a little more helpful. I also feel like, as recommended to me, I should probably start doing some sort of vocal exercise to help with my voice during these streams, so I'm not wearing out my throat all the time. That all the things add-on is super useful, honestly. Having what is essentially just a catalogue of all the items in the game that you can obtain, different transmogs and mounts and pets and everything, is super helpful. It also gives you a vague idea of where you get them from, so you don't have to look everything up on Wowhead all the time. Just to figure out where you get like a specific helmet from. Because in the thing, somewhere it'll just say, oh yeah, you get it from a vendor. Cool. And then the, like, actual All the Things mod will tell you, oh yeah, you get it from a vendor in this zone that's part of this expansion that's maybe from this boss or whatever, you know? It gives you, like, a chain of events to follow to find items. Those horns are really loud. I'm not sure if it's loud for you, but it's loud for me. I'm just going to take the flight path up to the Argent Crusade thing, I think. Oh, I also haven't done... I'm doing the Argent Crusade stuff before I get distracted with something else again. I still haven't done the Vaults of Archivon or whatever. The Black Mammoth. Yeah, if one was researching on the engineering front, just making these little boys over here, which do cost a decent chunk of items. Like, it definitely isn't, you know. Definitely ain't free, but what you get out of it is pretty good. Profit-wise. I'm slowly trying to level up my Kultarian engineering to actually hit 175. Kind of just been farming these things. But I desperately need more monolite ore, just constantly. Seemingly, this is super common, but this one is not. Seems odd to me, considering they're from the same zone. Also, I don't know, like, the appearance differences, I feel like this one should be the common one. Kind of just like a lump of brown rock, and this is like a shiny gemstone type thing. So I should probably make one of these at some point just for the transmog appearance. Have I got the mounts for this? I do. This is one of the ones I'm missing, I'm pretty sure. Which looks really cool, actually. I might work towards that at some point on a stream. All I need is, what, an alchemy thing? I think there's alchemy. And some sort of blacksmithing type thing, probably. Yeah, let's go over there and do these ones first. Because these are the last ones we need to pick up for this. Also realised I've kind of moved further away from the microphone, so it might be kind of quiet. Oh. Second. There we go. Move to a slightly different seating position. Yeah, it gives me back the Alliance Lance, but if I go and run the dungeon in there, you can't see where I'm pointing actually. Forgot about that. Yeah, the big building in there, that entrance. Kind of on this side. This one.
Hey there. See you around.
That, for some reason, just like resets the lances in my inventory. I have no idea why. Like I said, it also doesn't always do it, it's just sometimes. I'm very much looking forward to having this mount, to be honest. Like, I really like these gnomish, like, kind of weird chicken robots. I just think they're a really unique, like, visual design. Like, the saber-tooth tigers are cool, but, like, you get saber-tooth tigers in, like, any old game at this point. But the, you know, the robot chickens are kind of more unique. I actually really want the like PvP version that has kind of like a gun for a head. The only issue with that is it requires you to do PvP, which is kind of a pain in the ass. Because it requires you to like PvP for like hours on end now. It's not just, oh yeah, go and find some marks of honor from doing this like thing 2 times or whatever. I have to actually go and spend like a week just playing PvP straight just to get 1 mount. Kind of insane.
State your business, Shirel Aran.
Kinda makes me just not want to do the PvP stuff like at all, the way they've changed that system. I'm sure for the people who do PvP it's probably more rewarding because it makes it an actual like, you know, there's a difficulty curve to it, you actually have to put in effort and earn stuff. Or for someone who doesn't really enjoy competitive things that much anymore. The idea of spending hours playing like a PvP thing in a system I'm not like, you know, I'm very new at, and I'll be playing at essentially what is equivalent to endgame stuff. In a system that I know is also slightly broken due to things like corruptions and Azerite gear that make you do an extra 20,000 damage for just waiting 2 seconds. Or you might just get randomly hit by a meteorite from the middle of fucking nowhere. You can do nothing about it apart from just die. It is a little off-putting, to be honest. I do want to try my hand at it at some point. But maybe, you know, during Shadowlands when we don't have broken corruption gear and Azerite armor and everything else. I mean, I could just be waiting for no reason because Covenants might be broken, but who knows? It's all kind of up in the air at the minute. I suppose we will see on that front. Yeah, I'll just do the usual thing. Suppose we can hit Uthgard Pinnacle on the way around. It's the frog quest today, apparently. Looking at the items I have in my inventory. I'm sure there's 3 different, like, maiden quests, but it only seems to alternate between 2 of them then. It's the, kiss the frogs or get the flaming sword and bring it to the lake. What a very different change in music we have now. It's like the Darkmoon Fair or something. Oh, that's definitely not who I thought I was going to shoot. Sure. Ooh, I think I've flown into a... whatever those things are. Leg spreaders or some shit, probably. This music really distracted me, I have no idea what I was talking about again. Yeah. I mean, we could get really lucky and get a mount drop from Uthgard Pinnacle on the way around. That'd be nice. Very nice indeed. Oh. Sure, I just saw one of these fall from the sky just over there. Means someone else is doing the same quests as me. Which isn't surprising. I'm pretty sure these Argent Tournament quest lines go on for like months. Because it's a week per one of your faction. And then per day you can earn like 21 champion seals or whatever these are, like the Argent seals. And you need, what, 100 per thing? So you need 500 seals for the big mounts. Just from the base factions, right? And then you also need another 5 per thing, so an extra 25. And then you've got also all the ones from the Argent Crusade and the Silver Covenant, or whatever. Which I'm sure are another like 100 each, so an extra like 400 on top of that. So in total you're looking at like almost 1,000 seals that you need to get everything. It's going to take a decent bit of time, I think. Considering just doing it for a week is enough for like 2 mounts. Actually, it probably wouldn't take that long. If you just stuck at it. I guess people are still doing them in the same way people are still doing like the Sky Guard and the Netherwing like I was. I am very much glad to be done with the Netherwing. I do need to start doing the Sky Guard stuff still, but maybe I'll just wait until like the start of Shadowlands and run it on an alt while everyone's distracted running current content. Might actually be a good idea, to be fair, because during like release week everyone's just going to be running the new stuff and like spamming to get ahead of the curve, right? So it might be worth just holding back like a couple weeks and just going and farming some stuff somewhere out of the way, and then once everyone's like, you know, cleared out of the way a bit so I can actually get to kill things, then just going through like the opening of Shadowlands in peace. Might not be a terrible idea. To be fair, I did come to BFA quite late, and I would kind of like to get in on the ground floor with Shadowlands. As I've definitely mentioned before, I was there for like release week of Shadowlands. And I'd like to be able to experience that kind of same experience from like current content as opposed to just old stuff. Why'd you have to pull that, Pterodactyl? Why? Yeah, I'd like to see how it differs, especially from like, you know, a classic version to the current version. Like what? I'm assuming it's going to be broken and kind of frustrating, kind of like the classic one was. But in the classic one, everyone like came together and was like super polite and formed queues, and you know, there was like a community aspect to the game again. Essentially, be interesting to see if, you know, retail content has the same effect on people, or if people will be, you know, kind of the way they usually are in BFA and not talkative and kind of just being assholes to each other, which happens a lot. I remember leveling on my my Blood Elf Demon Hunter and doing the like war campaign stuff in Kul Tiras, or no, I think it was Justvar. I had to kill some like Alliance guards or whatever, and there was just an Alliance druid sat on the hill next to me just healing the guard I was fighting and laughing at me. So, you know, people are super friendly on the Alliance side as much as they are on the Horde. You can see why the Horde hate us so much, honestly. Like, there are definitely some very deserving members of the Alliance that need to be fucked with just as much as the Horde guys. As much as it was irritating, I didn't really care because I knew I could just keep hitting it anyway, because playing a Demon Hunter, as long as you're hitting a target, you're healing as well, which is a neat mechanic. That whole, like, leech thing. I know it's by no means revolutionary, I'm sure it's been in the game for a while, but it's kind of cool, like having an entire class like built around it, like having to leech life off of a target. I feel like it's something that, you know, like a necromancer type class would be able to do as well. Which I suppose there isn't really room for one in WoW anymore. Like, once upon a time there definitely was, but I feel like now we've got like Death Knights and Demon Hunters, and a Necromancer doesn't really fit into that, I don't think, anymore. Like, it would be like a weird cross between the two, wouldn't it? Because you'd have like leech type abilities that would sap life off things, and then you create your undead minions and stuff. Be kind of like a cross between a Demon Hunter, a Warlock, and a Death Knight. Still does sound kind of cool, but yeah. I feel like its niche is already filled by so many other classes, it probably would never happen at this point. This Cataclysm music is all over the place, I'll be honest. But I do kind of like the, what instrument this is. I can picture it, but I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, auction house now. Come on, let's get it on like the first 3. Pretty sure it goes all like glowy when it's the right one, right? I thought I saw it like turning all misty and I was gonna say. Come on. I've done this so quickly before, I've gotten like all of the frogs following me at once. And then the, like, maiden was just sat over the other side of the lake to me because I just picked through them so quickly and she completely missed the fact that she'd popped up. Oh, there we go. Nice if she just popped up immediately rather than waiting so long. Let's just run this and then fly back up and grab that mount. That'd be a good way to end the stream. Another mount added to the collection. I don't even know what the ram looks like, to be honest. Does it come up with Argent? No, that just brings up the actual, like, that is a cool hippogriff, to be fair. I actually really prefer that to the one I've got. Well, this is kind of cool too. Jesus, my voice. Although that looks really dumb. It's like putting a horse in tights. It just looks so wrong. These weird, like, really tight pieces of armor. I don't imagine that's comfortable for a horse. Like, this is the type of armor you put on a horse. It's like a giant dress for them, basically. Because it allows them to move all their, like, limbs and stuff freely. I suppose that does, to be fair, but I feel like on a horse it's gonna, like, chafe in so many different areas. Like that just raw metal against the flesh and stuff. Can't imagine that being comfortable for the horse. At all. Also, what is this difference in quality between the two as well? They're from the same place, aren't they? Sure, one of them is just like the Alliance Warhorse you get from him. I actually haven't seen what the Alliance mounts look like in ages because I haven't looked at them since I got them like last year. I think I might just leave this running straight through rather than doing the weird skip over the side. Because most of the time it doesn't work and doesn't really save me any time. I'm kind of looking forward to having the Night Fae like runability in Shadowlands, to be honest. That ability to just turn into a fox and run away. Like on top of the cheetah speed, it's going to be so helpful for running old content. I hope we get some like fun different forms for that as well. Not just like foxes and shit. You just turn into like a squirrel or a snake or a frog or some shit. Like something really tiny that just doesn't make any sense and just speed through a place. Pretty cool. That's why I was originally looking at like the Venthia stuff and their like Blood Door, because I felt like that would be good for like skipping stuff. But honestly, I feel like the Night Fae stuff is just way better for a Hunter. Especially like combining it with other AoE abilities, like just multi-shot in general, like how much you can clear with one blast of multi-shot. And then combining that with the like big AoE debuff thing that Night Fae get. I really need to get a new chair. Chair like creaks so much. It's a really good chair as well, like it's a big fancy like leather chair and it just squeaks around way too much. Yeah. I think I saw my Covenant abilities. Yeah, the other two, Necrolords and the Kyrian stuff, never really bothered me looking at it. Like, their signature abilities just aren't that interesting. Like, Necrolords get a bubble that I feel like as a hunter I don't really need, because I have my pets. Like, for general content, I now run my, like, Spirit Beast Griffin, so I've got, essentially, a tank, DPS, and healer as a pet, so I don't exactly need a bubble shield. And the whole Steward thing also seems irrelevant if you have Engineering in Northrend, because you can just get Jeeves, who does all the things that the Steward does. And then you've got both the Night Fae and the Venthir abilities that allow you to move faster, which is helpful considering I run old content all the fucking time. Which allows you to speedrun other stuff as well, like when current content becomes more soloable, like some of the I think some of the dungeons from BFA are now soloable with like the gear scaling. Because of how broken it is. Like if you have 445 gear, like this gnome does, you can basically one-shot stuff in, like, Kul Tiras. Like, stuff that is supposed to be equivalent to your level and content. But then you go and fight stuff in the Ny'alotha areas, and suddenly you're doing, like, no damage and your pets are dying all the time. Despite the fact you're only, like, 30 item levels behind the Ny'alotha gear. It's kind of insane.
Congratulations.
So yeah, with the Covenant abilities basically just became which one had the better current ability. And which one had the nicest looking zone, and currently that is Night Fae, by far, because the Venthia one, like, looking at the concept art for Venthia, like, Blizzard did an amazing job, I think other people have said, like, replicating the concept art in terms of, like, the visual design is almost spot on with the concept art. you look at the concept of Venthia and how colourful and like contrasting the colours are, and then you look at Venthia in the alpha and it's just brown and grey. Like, I get that it's supposed to be kind of depressing and like, you know, it's a vampire like area basically, so it's not exactly going to be bright and colourful. But if you look at the concept art, it is like a contrast of like really dark blues and orange lights and stuff that create like this visual interest in the scene. And I don't feel like the Venthia zone in the games actually have that visual interest. Whereas the Night Phase zone is very colourful and has very unique designs in the way everything is laid out. Like, they're sort of... it's more druidic, I guess, in the design scheme. Like, it's all leaves and trees and branches. And I feel like that looks far more visually appealing with the colour palette as well. And then, like I said, the ability is just better. Because the Venthia one is like another barbed shot, basically. It's like another bleed effect. Which is kind of not needed. Anyway, I'll just be back in 1 second. Anyway. We're almost there now. That's pretty good. So, finally got another mount on these streams. That's pretty good. I was kind of hoping during that stream where I couldn't talk that I'd get some mounts, considering it was reset day, but I got really unlucky. So, hopefully we get them. It's okay. That was a music sting I was not expecting. Hopefully we get them on the Demon Hunter at some point in stream. I'm not sure I'll stream much over the weekend, but I do intend to stream again on Monday, Wednesday and Friday next week. I might again slot in some on like Tuesday and Thursday, depends how I feel. I just don't want to like wreck my throat again, because my throat is still kind of a little a little unprepared, I feel, for this, but I've enjoyed doing it. I always do. So hopefully my throat gets used to it again. Used to, considering I used to do this like daily, coming in from like college and just doing YouTube stuff for like an hour, writing scripts and recording and all the rest of it. I'm sure eventually I'll get used to it again. Slowly closing in on that mount, man. I'm not sure if I'll make farming those mounts to sell part of stream content. I might do that like off stream. I'm going to continue to focus like stream content on like raids and running dungeons and stuff, because that's like, you know, that's 90% of where I'm getting mounts from, so that's the sort of content I'd like to record and know when I got it and like record that memory, basically. Because I know how satisfying it was and how good it felt to like get some of the other mounts already, which I didn't catch on film, so it'd be nice to have all my future ones like on film. So I can look back at them and, you know, see, oh, I got this mount then and whatever. Also means I can look back over stuff and be like, oh, yeah, I was really dumb and didn't understand how any of that system worked like 2 months ago, and now I know exactly how this works and how to optimize all my stuff. I've got these bags to open as well, which is another 4, but yeah, we're like right on the edge of being able to get that Nomagon one, but I'm gonna go spend some seals on some, on a ram, I think. I'm guessing it's not the Ironforge Colors one, so it'll be like a slightly different ram. I'm sure it'll look cool. Yeah, revered with the Silver Covenant, nice. Nice. Wait, do I have to do a, yeah. Cool. Let's do this first. I forgot about this. I have to go challenge the champion of Ironforge or whatever. Oh. Nice 16 gold there. Sure, let's do it on the back of a ram. It's fitting. Oh, this is the kid I couldn't figure out where he was before I had to talk to. That one. Oh, I healed the man. Make challenge of the players, that's cool. That might be something fun to do at some point. Although to be fair, my usual strategy for fighting people on these mounts is just run away and throw spear until I can charge. Which I'm not sure how well that'll work against an actual player. They're just gonna do this exact same thing back to you. Where is... Ah. Is it you? The Argent Champion. It's the same guy. I thought it was going to be like an Ironforge champion. Just another Argent dude on a horse. That's pretty boring. Thought it was going to be some badass dwarf. Nice. And put an actual gun back on my back rather than this useless lance. It's a shame amount of combat never really became a thing. It's just a little thing here in the Argent Crusade. I feel like it would have looked really cool in like PvP, having people riding in on their dragons and stuff, like throwing lightning bolts and stuff.
How are you? Safe travels.
Nah.
What's on your mind?
What does this mount actually look like? Shit, that is pretty cool actually. It's almost got a same sort of colour palette as like the Darkmoon Faire or like Dalaran stuff. Pretty nice. So there's oh, it's the same guns. Right, okay. Never mind. Oh, and you can get a little bear pet too with gigantic ears. What? Jesus Christ, those ears, man.
Watch your back.
Where is it? There it is. Boom, 167. That is a nice looking ram. Honestly. Are there... How many of the rams have I got? Thanks, Blizzard. Yeah, I wanted the Admiralty Stallion when I searched for ram. I have got other rams in here. Like the old ones. Oh, Jesus. That is kind of a mess from the front visually. That is a very old model right there. Yeah, Jesus, how hard is it to find a fucking ram mount in this mess of a thing? Because it just puts everything in here. Yeah, it's kind of the same model as these guys. You know, I like that. It was a... if you search Swift, it's also going to bring up like every other faction's mount, isn't it? What the fuck was it called? Violet Ram. Yeah, I like that. It's cool. That's my favourites. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Glad we finally got another mount added to the collection. Hopefully we'll get in some more soon. I'm going to go off now and probably do something other than play WoW, and then I might do some more dungeons later, but I don't know if I'll stream those or just like record it or something. You know, like I said, I want to try and like document stuff if I'm getting mounts and whatever else. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.